Good day and welcome to another webisode. And this one is entitled Ready, Set, Grow, a starter's guide to building a resilient portfolio. Just a brief backgrounder, this is something I've presented in TGFI's Finlit Summit 2022, the Global Filipino Investors' Finlit Summit 2022. What sets this apart from previous presentations, from previous programs, is the fact that this is intended to make us realize that to a certain extent, personal finance is no different from business finance. And business finance, on the flip side, is not that complicated, when it comes to concepts and principles. What you're going to get from me over the next, hopefully, 30 minutes or so are 10 simple hacks on how you can perfectly relate personal investing and business finance. So there you have it. Let's begin with, of course, a quick rundown on why are we supposed to talk about this? No, because again, we have problems. I think many times over, I've already shared with you that the Philippines, 3 out of 4 Filipinos are financially illiterate. 80%, more than 80% of us don't know how to, manage money because we don't know how to budget. 90% of Filipinos, according to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, we don't know how to save. We don't have enough savings. And that makes 97% of Filipinos uninvested. We're not taking advantage of things like this, not taking advantage of investment opportunities. When it comes to the business side of things, when it comes to Filipinos trying to become entrepreneurs, follow the footsteps of the bigwigs, the business tycoons, they actually end up getting disappointed, especially during the beginning, because according to our friends from DTI, 45% of businesses fail in their first 2 years. So they actually don't have the resiliency. They don't have what it takes to go over that 2-year hump. So what's, after everything said and done, the problem is because we don't know how to take advantage of opportunities. We are financially illiterate. We don't know how to manage money. We don't know how to save. We don't know how to invest. We are into businesses, but once we encounter hurdles, parang we just end up quitting. 97% of Filipinos actually end up retiring poor. Again, because the lack of resiliency. We don't. It doesn't matter how colorful our lives are as students, no matter how decorated our student lives are, no matter how good we are as employees. Those are not enough. Don't get me wrong. That's okay. It is very important, but they're not enough. Again, because 97% of Filipinos still end up retiring poor. So again, as mentioned, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you. I'm going to share with you 10 simple hacks, 10 simple pro tips, if you will, which will help you become better when it comes to managing your personal finance, or if you're into the business side of things, will help you become a more successful entrepreneur. And let's begin with, of course, hack number 1. Guys, don't you know that you can actually create capital by following a budget, by simply following a budget? You can create capital by following a budget because saving and investing, they're very important, but budgeting actually makes it possible. When talk about budgeting, time and again, I've shared with you the 30-50-20 budgeting strategy. For for starters, of course, this has its very own entry in Let's Invest PH's YouTube channel. But for starters, it's 30-50-20 because in order of priority, that's what you're supposed to follow. 30% part 1 should go to emergency funding, which is supposed to amount to 6 to 12 times your average monthly expenses. After that, 30% part 2, you now go to growth fund or investing. After assembling, after making sure that you've already completed your emergency funding, the very next payday, the very next time you get to receive money, that's the time you start building your growth fund by investing. 50% goes to your survival fund or needs, food, shelter, clothing, utilities, insurance. And then if ever there's something left, then that's the time you start funding your sanity, wants. No, this is supposed to make you feel alive. These are the expenses that make you realize that, hey, if I'm able to, budget my money properly, I do not only get to, fund my emergency fund. I do not only get to grow my money by investing. I get to take care of myself and my needs, and at the same time, I still have enough left to fund my wants. No, shopping, dining. You have Lazada, Shopee funds. For entertainment, for you to fund your hobbies or recreation. So that's the beauty of having a system that we call a budget. Every time you receive something, for a fact that 30% goes here, 50% supposed to go here. And again, if there's something left, that's 20% for you to, again, make yourselves feel good. We now go to pro tip or hack number 2. Guys, don't be afraid to start small. Okay lang yan. Hindi tayo pwedeng, hindi dapat natin isipin na when it comes to investing, right from the get-go, 6 figures agad, hundreds of thousand pesos agad yung i-invest natin. Don't be afraid to start small, because that's actually how it's supposed to be. You can actually start small, and that's how the government intends it to be. That's how the Bangko Sentral is designing, investment products and services. We are making it easy, convenient, and affordable for Filipinos to start investing, no matter how their situation is. So as early as hack number 2, here we are telling you guys, don't be afraid to start small. It doesn't matter how little or how big you're earning, you become rich when you start to manage your spending. Aanin mo yung pera mo, malaki nga yung sweldo mo, pero nauubos naman lahat sa hindi importanteng bagay, sa mga bisyo, sa mga hindi importanteng binibili, wala ring matitira eventually for savings and investing. Compare that to somebody earning a decent amount of money but sees to it that he follows the 30-50-20 budgeting strategy. So budgeted yung expenses, kasama sa budget yung saving, kasama sa budget yung investing. Then kahit maliit, kahit barya, small regular savings, small regular investments, it will eventually go a long way. Compare that to somebody na malaki nga yung sweldo pero wala namang natatabi because of the spending habits, di ba? Which now brings us to hack number 3. Kapag hirap ka mag-budget ng pera, kapag mas malaki yung ginagastos mo compared dun sa kinikita mo, chances are napupunta tayo dito sa utang. Madalas ang iniisip ng mga Pilipino when it comes to utang, masama yan. Ang mga taong may utang hindi magaling maghawak ng pera. Ang mga taong may utang mahirap, no? Kaya nga na-invento yung salitang marites, because we're very easy to judge other people. Not all utangs are created equal because there are good and bad types of utang. For example, kumuha ka ng multipurpose loan for you to be able to start investing. It's a good type of utang because the intention is for you to grow your money. Kumuha ka ng personal loan, nag-apply ka sa office, nag-apply ka sa isang loan cooperative for you to be able to buy a laptop. Nagagamitin ng mga bata for projects, for homeschooling, Mondays to Fridays, and then Saturdays, Sundays, ginagamit nyo for pwedeng entertainment or pwedeng for online business. Again, this is a good type of utang because productive. Nagagamit nyo for education, nagagamit nyo from time to time for entertainment, for bonding, nagagamit nyo for online business purposes, diba? Again, good type of utang. A good type of utang is, for example, kumuha ka ng home loan for you to be able to start embracing the responsibilities of home ownership. Magdadagdag ka lang ng konti instead of you paying rent, instead of you paying your landlord, your landlady, your monthly rent. This time napupunta sa bangko, and eventually after 5, 10, 15 years, the ownership of that particular property na hinuhulugan mo buwan-buwan goes to you. The good thing about that is by the time the ownership gets transferred to you, nasa sa'yo na yung liberty if you're going to have it remodeled, have it renovated. Pwede mong ipasa yung ownership to the next generation. Pwede siyang maging ancestral house. Pwede siyang pwede siyang ibenta, pwede siyang maging rental property, pwede siyang ipa-enlist sa Airbnb. So the options are you have way too many options, and the good thing about that is nanggaling siya sa utang. So again, that makes it a good type of utang. Essentially, a type of utang where benefits end up outweighing the cost, mas malaki yung pakinabang kumpara doon sa monetary value na inutang mo, interest included. If it increases the value of your money, if it is intended to make your money make more money, and if you get an asset with a lifespan greater than the term of the loan, guys, that's a good type of utang. But of course, meron din naman tayong dapat mga iwasan. Meron din mga bad types of utang. Kapag nangutang ka without a clear plan, without a clear source of repayment, right from the get-go, that's already a bad type of utang. Because always remember, kapag nangutang tayo, meron tayong interest na binabayaran sa bangko. Immediately after getting the proceeds of the loan, 30 days after, usually you're supposed to start paying off your monthly amortization plus interest. So it doesn't come for free. So kung wala kang idea kung saan mo siya ilalagay, wala ka pang business plan kung anong business, anong negosyo yung itatayo mo, you're going to buy a franchise or what, defer mo muna, wag ka munang mag-apply just because kompleto yung requirements mo, just because you're going to get approved. That's not enough for you to go ahead and apply for a loan. Again, if you don't have a clear plan yet, and you don't have a regular source of income for you to repay that loan, wag muna, because again, that's a bad type of utang. If you're trying to borrow from a bank, car loan, apply ka ng car loan just for you to amikyabang, just for you to impress other people, just because magkakaroon kayo ng high school reunion, college reunion, gusto mong makita na meron kang bagong sasakyan. Again, that's not the purpose. Hindi po ito ang tamang paraan para mag-impress ng mga tao. Because at the end of the day, kapag hindi ka pa naman handa, after 3 months na hindi mo mabayaran yung car loan mo, mas nakakahiya na makita nila na hinahatak yung sasakyan mo. So again, if you're just going to get a car loan just for you to look rich, just for you to impress other people, guys, think twice. That's a bad type of utang. If you're always swiping, if you keep on linking your online shopping accounts with your credit card, if you keep on purchasing unnecessary stuff, things that you don't need, using your credit card just because they're on sale, just because they look cute, just because it's being talked about on social media, again, dun pa lang masama na yun. Don't get me wrong, hindi po masama ang credit cards. It's actually a very, if used properly, credit cards are actually a double-edged sword. If used properly, it can be very beneficial. Pero kung hindi natin alam kung paano siya gamitin, tayo yung matatalo. So if you keep on using your credit card to buy stuff that you don't need, eventually magiging clutter lang sa bahay, again, that's a bad type of utang. So on the flip side, paano natin ma-identify yung mga dapat nating iwasang type of utang if it's when the cost outweighs the benefit, if it decreases the value of your money, and if you get a loan greater than the lifespan of the item you bought it for. So parang nangutang ka, credit card, 12 months to pay, hindi mo naman inaalagaan yung mga gamit na binibili mo sa credit card. Yung tablet mo, for example, after 3 months nawala, after 3 months nasira, after 3 months nabasag, hindi mo pwedeng tawagan yung credit card company at sabihin sa kanila, I won't be able to pay the remaining 9 months kasi hindi ko na siya napapakinabangan, kasi nawala, kasi nasira, kasi nabasag. That's not their problem. It's actually your obligation. It's actually your responsibility. So whether nagagamit mo pa siya or hindi, whether nasa iyo pa or hindi, you have the responsibility to pay off the remaining 9 months of that tablet. Which brings us to hack number 4. Guys, knowledge is power. It's very important that you know your options. Budgeting and saving, they're very important. Pag-usapan natin 30, 50, 20 budgeting strategy, emergency funding worth 12, 6 months, your average monthly expenses. But they're not enough. They're very important. They're very, they're very vital to, building a solid and resilient portfolio. But they are not enough, because when you talk about portfolio, dapat it's heavy on investments. Because when you talk about investing, ito yung growth fund. This is what makes your money make more money. This is what makes your money grow, diba? So importante alam natin yung options. Kaya nga knowledge is power. What are your options? You have deposits, you have bonds, you have mutual funds, you have unit investment trust funds, you have exchange traded funds, you have stocks, of course, real estate and real estate investment trusts. What separates them from each other? What differentiates them against each other? Iba-iba ang risk, return, at time horizon characteristics nila. The lower the risk, the lower the return, the higher the risk, the higher the potential return. Of course, time horizon, alam nating lahat yan, it's the amount of time that you as investors should be able and willing to let go of your money for it to keep on working for you. The shorter amount of time you invest your money, mas maliit yung in-expect dapat natin nakita. The longer amount of time you invest your money, dapat mas malaki yung balik sa atin doon. So again, if hindi natin alam yung mga options natin at hindi natin alam na iba-iba ang behavior nila, tayo yung matatalo because hindi natin alam kung ano yung dapat nating piliin versus our needs, versus our goals, and versus our own sensitivities, diba? Now, let's talk about hack number 5. We're already halfway through the webisode. So hack number 5 is you might want to start owning a business without having to run that business. So again, hack talaga siya. It's a shortcut, diba? You can own a business by buying a franchise. You can own a business by building it yourself. Or perhaps you can co-own already successful and established businesses by way of buying ownership of publicly listed shares of stocks. Ito yung possibility na binibigay sa atin ng stock market investing. Anong kailangan mo dito? The first order of business, you just need to have an active stock brokerage account. When you talk about stock brokerage firms in the Philippines, you need not go far. First Metro Securities, the best stock brokerage firm in the Philippines, with the country's most advanced trading platform, with the country's most advanced mobile trading app. So you can't go wrong. What it does is we give you the channel to buy publicly listed corporations. That's close to 300 stocks to choose from. But if you find 300 quite overwhelming, pwede nating liitan yan yung choices natin to the best of the best. Blue chips, index stocks, or what we call the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, or PSEI. Stock market investing allows you to make your money grow from two ways. Capital appreciation, when you buy low, sell high, and of course, dividends. Why are you supposed to get dividends? Because you're a part owner of that company. So you're eligible to receive profit sharing from whatever they get out of their business operations. And again, the good thing about this, it's very budget friendly. Sabi ko nga kanina, gone are the days when the rich are the only ones getting richer. Right now, everybody gets a fair share of the opportunity. But again, you need to take advantage of the opportunity. You can't make money if you don't invest money. And the good thing about starting a business venture by way of the stock market is you just need 5,000 pesos initial capital. Kung wala kang 5,000 pesos, that's 167 pesos a day. Mag-ipon ka 167, in 30 days you get 5,000 pesos, then boom, start investing in stocks. The good thing about investing in stocks, sabi nga natin, you own a business, you don't run it. It allows you to become an instant entrepreneur for as little as 5,000 pesos. You get to co-own the brands that you believe in and just let their brilliant management teams work for you. All right, so that's hack number 5. We now go to hack number 6, lend a helping hand. Magpautang ka. And I'm not talking about magpautang sa barkada, magpautang sa pamilya, magpautang sa mga office mates. No, I'm talking about legit type of utang. Magpautang tayo sa Philippine government, magpautang tayo sa mga expanding corporations here in the Philippines by way of government and corporate bonds. Lend a helping hand. Bond market investing provides us with a very predictable income stream. That's why they're called fixed income instruments. It preserves our capital, especially if you hold on to the bond until it matures. Parang stock market, dalawa rin ang source of income natin, price appreciation and coupon payments. It helps offset stock market volatility. So magandang combination siya sa stock market investments nyo. And for as little as 500 to 5,000 pesos, you guys may start investing. You guys may start making pautang to the Philippine national government and to expanding corporations here in the Philippines. So parang feel-good story siya. Nag-i-invest ka na, nakakatulong ka pa sa bansa, at nakakatulong ka sa ibang mga businesses. Hack number 7, guys, learn to outsource. Hindi naman pwedeng lahat ng mga bagay tayo gumagawa. Learn to outsource, learn to distribute responsibilities. And when I talk about outsourcing, I'm talking about funds. Napag-usapan natin stocks, napag-usapan natin bonds. Mutual funds and unit investment trust funds, they allow us to invest in a combination of stocks, in a combination of bonds, or in a combination of both. Mutual funds or investment companies, unit investment trust funds or trust bank products, they're collectively called pooled funds. No? And lahat ng yan available din sa First Metro Securities Brokerage Corporation. It's very important that you understand they're legit. Pwede nating i-check yung legitimacy nila by going to SEC's website, BSP's website. They provide us with instant investment diversification. You just buy one fund. Tapos, ang laman nun, 10, 20, 30, 40 different outlets all together. Again, simply by just buying one fund. It provides us access to higher yielding outlets. It's very liquid, easy to sell, easy to buy. Ang pinaka-importante dito, especially when it comes to mutual funds, our earnings are exempt from capital gains tax. No? So we make the most out of our money. And dito papasok yung outsourcing. You no longer have to monitor the market. You no longer have to make the investment decisions for your money. You're outsourcing that particular responsibility to expert fund management, to expert fund managers who essentially know what they're supposed to do, because that's what they're paid to do. And again, for as little as 5,000 pesos, parang stocks, parang bonds, no? Kayang-kaya mong mag-umpisang mag-invest sa mutual funds or unit investment trust funds. Again, learn to outsource. You're outsourcing the key decision-making. You're outsourcing the responsibility sa pag-decide what to buy, when to buy, what to sell, when to sell. All right? So that's hack number 7. Hack number 8, find the best business partners. Napag-usapan natin, no? Unit investment trust funds, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, lahat ng yan, lahat ng napag-usapan natin, pag pinagsama-sama mo yung best features nila, you get an exchange-traded fund. All right, so it's another asset class altogether. And in the Philippines, there only happens to be one ETF, and it happens to be ours, First Metro Exchange-Traded Fund. It's an investment outlet which makes investing very affordable, very simple. It's super tradable. Pag binili mo ng umaga, pwede mo siyang ibenta ng hapon kung okay ka na sa kinita mo. It not only combines the best features of funds, bonds, and stocks, but it also, FM ETF in particular, it also invests your money in the best stocks here in the Philippines for as little as 1,500 pesos. So as we speak, these are the members of the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. These are the index funds, the index stocks. These are your blue chip stocks. We're talking about Metro Bank, Ayala Land, Aboitiz, BDO, BPI, ICTSI. Sinong hindi nakakakilala sa Jollibee? You have Alliance Global, Metro Pacific, Emperador, SM Prime, which essentially are SM malls, Converge, Universal Robina Corporation, PLDT, Monde Nissan, GT Capital, Mega World, JG Summit, LT Group, AC Energy, Wilcon Depot, San Miguel Corporation, Pure Gold, SM Investments. So you have 30. You have 30 of the best, most prominent, most consistent, most stable dividend-paying stocks in the Philippines. And you get to buy all of them simply by investing in FM ETF for as little as 1,500 pesos. And I am not kidding. So, ano yung sabi natin? Hack number 8, partner with the best. Always look for the best partners. Always tap the best business partners. And again, when you buy FM ETF, you get to become business partners with the best tycoons here in the Philippines, the biggest tycoons here in the country. Hack number 9, try to earn from property rentals. Let's talk about real estate investing. The very reason why real estate investing is considered crisis-proof, the reason why real estate investing is considered as a very resilient type of investment is because of its high demand. Pag-usapan natin yung law of supply and demand. Pag mataas ang demand ng isang bagay, because lahat ng tao gustong magkaroon ng sariling bahay at lupa, tumataas ang presyo. The problem is, when it comes to real estate, mababa rin ang supply. Hindi naman nanganganak ng bakanteng lote. So again, that's a recipe of for price appreciation. The good thing about real estate investing is you don't need to sell. Unlike stocks, unlike bonds, unlike funds, unlike ETFs, for you to make money, you need to sell para ma-realize mo yung income. When it comes to real estate investing, you actually don't need to do that. You don't need to sell. You're not required to sell. Pwede mo siyang iparenta, pwede mo pa siyang ipalis. So you retain the ownership of the property, but you make money off of it by rental and lease income. So again, real estate investing in one slide. What I'm trying to make you guys realize is acquiring real estate is one thing, maintaining it is another. For you to be able to retain property, for you to be able to keep it in tip-top shape, livable, very, very pleasing to the eye, you have to spend on repairs and maintenance. You have to spend on insurance, earthquake insurance, fire insurance, acts of nature coverage. Familiar, you have to pay property tax every year. If you want to, pass it down to the next generation, you need to pay donors tax if the homeowner passes on. The next of kin would have to pay for estate tax. And again, from time to time, you need to do major renovation. You have to do major remodeling. And again, all these things, they require a huge amount of money. So what I'm trying to say here is, what if you can make money off of real estate without having to break the bank, without having to, spend that much money? Kasi alam naman natin, just for you to be able to buy a piece of land, you need hundreds of thousands of pesos. For you to be able to buy a ready for occupancy property, you're going to have to spend millions of pesos. So it's already a given. But the good thing about that is we have an investment outlet which combines real estate and bond, fund, and stock market investing all in one. And that's what we call real estate investment trusts, or REITs. REITs essentially allow Filipinos to make money off of commercial income-generating real estate properties. Malls, hospitals, parking lots, hotels, condos, office spaces, name it. For as long as it's income generating and for as long as the real estate investment trust company owns it, you can make money off of it by buying real estate investment trusts. Minimal capital requirement. Napakamura for you to start investing in real estate investment trusts. That's why it minimizes the need for you to borrow. Hindi mo na kailangang mangutang just for you to be able to start investing. It provides you with instant asset diversification. Ang kailangan mo lang dito is to have an account with an accredited online broker. And again, your very own First Metro Sec happens to be one of, I think, 7 or 8 accredited online brokers who can facilitate investing in real estate investment trusts. So you need not go that far. No need for you to spend on amilyar, no need for you to spend on maintenance, no need for you to spend on insurance. So again, it's very practical, it's very budget friendly. It's professionally managed. Yung mutual funds at UITFs, meron tayong fund managers. Real estate investment trusts, we have fund managers, we have admin managers, and we have property managers. Ang lakas makasosyal nito. It's very liquid, guaranteed dividends. 90% of the income of real estate investment trust corporations are supposed to be funneled back to investors by way of dividends, and that is by law. And the good thing about that is, for instance, that's 3,000 pesos, you may start investing. You may buy real estate investment trusts here in the Philippines. So again, this is just me trying to make you guys realize that, guys, there's hope. There's a rainbow after the storm. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And if there's no struggle, hindi natin mararamdaman yung progress. And from an economics perspective, always remember that if history will keep on repeating itself, every major economic crisis, every major political crisis, every major health crisis, they're always followed by a major economic boom. That's why I'd like you to start looking long term. That's the final hack, 10th and final hack. Look long term. 1998, 1999 financial crisis, Asian financial crisis, the stock market suffered a lot, the economy suffered a lot. But what happened next? It recovered and lots of people made money. 2008, 2009, global financial crisis, bumagsak ang stock market, bumagsak ang ekonomiya. But what happened next? They recovered. They bounced back. Lots of people made money. 2020, 2021, 2022, COVID-19 pandemic, Russia-Ukraine tensions, and several other issues. Bumagsak ang stock market, bumagsak ang ekonomiya. But what's happening? We see them being resilient. We see them recovering. We see them bouncing back. And that's what I'd like you to observe. If we're going to look long term from 1987 to 2022, I'm actually seeing a long-term growth trajectory. And that's what I'd like you to understand. Huwag nating tingnan yung mga maliliit na problema, tingnan natin yung malaking solusyon. And I'd like you to start looking long term. Again, when you talk about investing, you don't need that much. And the good thing about investing is you're not just investing for yourself. Napakita natin kanina, when you invest, you're helping the economy grow. You're helping the Philippines' nation-building efforts. You're helping Filipinos land jobs. You're helping companies expand. You're helping companies create more jobs for our fellow Filipinos. That's why it's very important that we prioritize investing. You might want to start investing now. The thing is, we can only do so much. Hindi tayo pwedeng parating masipag lang. Kasi kung pagiging masipag lang ang batayan ng pagiging mayaman, dapat lahat ng Pilipino mayaman. That's not enough. We need rest. Kaya nga meron tayong weekends, kaya nga meron tayong lunch break, kaya nga meron tayong mga vacation leaves. We need to relax. Kasi minsan, even if we're well-rested, kahit na nakakapag-relax naman tayo from time to time, we still end up getting sick. Again, because we're only human. Tao lang tayo. We can only do so much. So what I'm trying to say here is if we get to unlock the true potential of our money by making sure that we follow a budget, meron tayong emergency fund, meron tayong regular investments, and na-diversify natin yung investments natin into different asset classes, we'll realize that our money is just going to work for us 24/7. So it's going to keep on working 24/7. No need, it doesn't need to rest. It doesn't need weekends off. It won't ask for breaks. It won't ask for vacation leaves. And no matter how hardworking our money is, it just won't get sick. Because that's the way it's designed. That's the way it's supposed to be. Your money is supposed to keep on working for you. All right? But the trick there is you need to start investing. All right? Back in the day, for you to be able to start investing, for you to be able to start your investing journey, kailangan may physical appearance for you to open an account. You need to fill out physical forms, and most importantly, kailangan mo ng malaking halagang pera just for you to be able to start investing. But again, that's back in the day. Ngayon, kailangan mo lang mag-download ng First MetroSec mobile app, First MetroSec Go, the country's most advanced mobile trading app. Kailangan mo lang mag-accomplish ng form. You just need to take a selfie. So selfies aren't just for social media purposes. Ang selfie, kailangan na rin yan for you to be able to start your investing journey. Kailangan na rin yan for you to be able to start to open your investment account. You can just upload the required documents online. So again, account opening is completely online and completely paperless. And you just need to deposit an initial investment of just 5,000 pesos, which is fully consumable. So by the time you activate your account, nandiyan yung 5,000 pesos mo, it's all yours. Pwede mo siyang gastusin at gamitin to invest in stocks, UITFs, mutual funds, exchange-traded funds, or even real estate investment trusts. Again, 5,000 pesos, that's all yours, all right? So here I am trying to remind you guys that you can create something out of nothing. Hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng pera out of thin air. Hindi pwedeng yumaman ng walang ginagawa. You only get multiple streams of income if you create multiple sources of income. Again, the good thing about that is if you decide, should you decide to start your investing journey with First MetroSec, you can invest in stocks. You can run a business without having to you can own a business without having to run a business by investing in stocks. You can outsource fund management by investing in mutual funds and unit investment trust funds. You can partner with the best business partners in the Philippines by investing in First Metro exchange traded funds. You can lend a helping hand by investing in government and corporate bonds. And of course, you can make money off of rental income from real estate properties by way of real estate investment trust. Just some of the many hacks, some of the many pro tips that you learned from us today, all made possible by First Metro Sec. So all you need to do is to either download First Metro Sec First Metro Sec Go mobile app, or scan the QR code in front of you, go to www.firstmetrosec.com.ph. Just remember, when you get asked by the system, how did you learn about us? Just click seminar or event and type in our special seminar code for TGFI's Finlit Summit 2022, TGFI, which of course stands for the Global Filipino Investors. So if you'd like to invite us over for a world-class, exclusive, customized, and even gamified financial investment literacy programs for your employees, for your students, for your organization, just send us an email via market education at firstmetrosec.com.ph. We're everywhere on social media. We're on Facebook. Please do join our official Facebook community. We're on Instagram. Follow us at First Metro Sec. We're on Twitter. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel at First Metro Sec. And you may also want to join our official Viber community so that we get to update you every single day about anything and everything investments, anything and everything market related. And before I leave you, please allow me to remind you that you don't need to be the best to start. Okay lang na hindi tayo magaling agad. Okay lang na nangangapa tayo. Okay lang na rookie tayo. It's not bad to be newbies. Okay lang yon. Doon naman nag-uumpisa ang lahat eh. You don't need to be the best to start. You just need to start and work your way from there to become the best. And again, as I always keep on saying, as I always keep on reminding, if you keep on spending and spending and spending money, you're going to keep on losing and losing and losing money. But if you keep on investing, no matter how small the amount is, as long as you do that consistently, diligently, regularly, you're just going to realize that it's going to get you one step closer, 1 year closer, 1 month closer, one payday closer and closer and closer to achieving your life goals. So there you have it. On behalf of Team First Metro Sec and on behalf of Team TGFI, thank you for spending the last how many minutes listening to what we have to share. And please do stay tuned, or perhaps use the comments section of this video to post your questions. So maraming salamat again, and I hope to see you in our next webisode. Bye-bye.